So this is your first problem on effort and power of a governor. So this is a Porter-Governor problem. Okay. The Porter-Governor has equal arms, each 250 mm long, and pivoted on the axis of rotation. So that both the arms are of equal length and they are directly pivoted on the axis of rotation. So which means what? Alpha is equal to beta. Therefore, Q is equal to 1. So tan beta by tan alpha. Since alpha is equal to beta, Q will become 1. Okay. Each ball has a mass of 5 kg and the mass of the central load on the sleeve is 25 kg. So this is your small m. This is your capital M. The radius of rotation of the ball is 150 mm when the governor begins to lift, and 200 mm when the governor is at maximum speed. So begins to lift means minimum speed. Okay, begins to lift is N1. During N1, you have a radius of R1 is 150. During N2, your radius is 200. Clear? So that keep in mind. Find the range of speed, sleeve lift, governor effort, and power of the governor in the following cases. Two cases are there. When there is no friction at the sleeve, friction is neglected. Okay. When friction at the sleeve is equal to 10 Newton. Two cases we are going to solve the problem. So list down the given data. So length of the arms BP equal to BD equal to 250 mm. Ball mass is 5 kg, sleeve mass is 25 kg. Initial radius, lowest speed radius of rotation is 150. High speed radius of rotation is 200. Friction is 10 Newton. Clear? So all these things are the given data. Let's move on to the problem. When friction is neglected, so we are going to take this first position, low speed position. Okay. First of all, let us find the minimum and maximum speed of rotation. The minimum and maximum position of the governor are shown. Here I have shown the minimum position. Okay, let N1 be the minimum speed, N2 be the maximum speed from figure A. So I can find the height of the governor. So let us take this right angle triangle. Okay, so two sides I know. Hypotenuse is 250, opposite side is 150. Adjacent side is called as the height of the governor. Okay, in any governor, you should take only the top portion as height, not the bottom portion, except Hartnell. Okay, so all the first three types of governor, you have to take only this as the height of the governor. Okay, so this is square root of 250 square minus 150 square. That is BP square minus BG square. That's what is written here using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so 250 square minus 150 square comes around 200 millimeter. Therefore, height of the governor for the low speed case is 0.2 meter. Similarly, I am going to take the second case, do the same Pythagoras theorem, taking the right angle triangle. This height by Pythagoras I am finding BP square minus BG square. So this is 250 minus 200. So that comes around 150 millimeter, which is 0.15 meters the height of the governor for the high speed configuration. So we know that the formula for a Porter governor, simple formula without Q formula, m plus m by m into 895 by h1. Just if you know the h and all the masses, you can find out the speed. So mass is, ball mass is 5 kg, sleeve mass is 25 kg, h1 is 0.2 meter. Put all the numbers into this equation, above equation. So ball mass is 5 kg, sleeve mass is 25 kg, again ball mass is 5 kg. So 895 by h1 is 0.2. So you multiply and solve these numbers, you will get n1 square 26,850. Take square root of that, you get n1 as 164 rpm. Similarly, for the second high speed case, so mass 5 kg, 25 kg, h2, here it should be 2 actually, h2 is 150.15. Substitute all the numbers. So ball mass 5 kg, sleeve mass 25 kg, again ball mass 5 kg, 895 by h2 is 0.15. So on solving this, I can get the 35,800. Take a square root, we'll get 189 rpm. Okay. So now for this first case, frictionless case, range of speed. So n2 minus n1, 189 minus 164, 25 rpm. Clear? So sleeve lift x is equal to 2 into h1 minus h2. Why I am writing like this? So if you consider a Porter governor, whatever increase in the sleeve lift is equally divided between the height of the two triangles. So if you move up by 5 millimeter, this triangle will reduce height by 2.5. Again, this will reduce height by 2.5. So whatever is your sleeve lift, it will be equally half of that will be divided for each triangle, symmetric triangle. Therefore, x is equal to 2 into difference between the two heights. Okay. So 2 into 200 minus 150, which is 0.1 meter, is the sleeve lift. Okay. Next, governor effort. Formula for governor effect: C equal to percentage increase in speed. Let us first, so I know the 2 RPM, 189, 164. So lower speed is 164, higher speed is 189. I'm going to find out how much percentage of 189, 164 is 189. Okay. So it's, to tell it in alternate way. So the range of speed is 25. Percentage of speed, range of speed n2 minus n1 by n1, this is the base value, so it comes around 15.2 percentage, which means what, 189 is equal to 1.152 into 169, 15.2 percentage greater than the n1 rpm. Okay, so that is the change in speed, percentage of change in speed is 15.12 percentage or 0.152 for calculation. Okay, so governor effort, formula C into m plus m into g. There is no friction here, therefore C into m plus m is simplest formula. So C is 0.152, ball mass is 5 kg, so sleeve mass is 25 kg, gravity is 9.81, multiply everything, you get 44.7 Newton is the governor effort for frictionless case. Power of the governor equal to P into X. Okay, so P is this 44.7 multiplied by sleeve lift of 100 millimeter. That comes around 4.47 Newton meters. The work done. The power of the governor for a frictionless case. First portion of the problem is over. Now we are going to consider a friction of 10 Newton. Considering a friction of 10 Newton. So the formula for RPM also changes. So M into G. So convert the mass into force. Multiply with gravity, will make it into weight. So that I can add or subtract the friction directly. For the low speed case, subtract the friction. Why? Because for low speed the sleeve will move down, friction will move up. So upward is opposite to the direction of the weight action direction. Therefore, from the weight of the sleeve I am subtracting the friction because they are opposite in direction. For high speed case, sleeve will move up, friction will come down, which is along the weight direction. Therefore, I will put plus. Okay, so because friction always acts in the opposite direction to the sleeve movement. So therefore, n1 square is equal to small m into g plus capital M into g minus f divided by m into g into 895 by h1. Okay, so what are all the given data? M is 5 kg, capital M sleeve mass is 25 kg, h1 is 0.2 meter, same height, no change in the height because of friction. Okay, friction is 10 Newton, put all the numbers. So 5 kg into gravity, 25 kg into gravity minus 10 Newton frictional force divided by 5 kg into gravity multiplied by 895 by h1 is 200 millimeter, 0.2. So on solving this, I will get 25,938. Take the square root, you will get the RPM of lower speed as 161 RPM. Similarly, the second case, here only difference is we will have a plus symbol here, friction, because I told you the friction is going to come down because sleeve is moving up. So it is in the weight action direction, and this is H2. That is the only difference between the previous formula and this one. So 5 kg, 25 kg sleeve mass. H2 is 0.15. Be careful, you have to put H2 here. Don't put the 200 itself. This is 150. Friction 10 Newton. So therefore, 5 kg into gravity, 25 kg into gravity, and again 10 Newton plus 10 Newton, 5 kg into gravity multiplied by 895. H2 is 150. Solve this, we will get n2 square as 37,016. Take square root, you will get 192.4 rpm. Okay, so therefore n1 is 161 rpm, n2 is 192.4 rpm. So first question for the second category problem, the friction problem, range of speed n2 minus n1. So these two should be in suffix position. Okay, n2 minus n1. So 192.4 minus 161, 31.4 rpm, right? Sleeve lift remains same. Height of the governor remains same. Therefore, sleeve lift remains same. So 100 mm. Governor effort, percentage of change in speed first you find out. So range of speed is 31.4 divided by the lower speed 161. So C equal to 31.4 by 161 is 19.5 percentage, 0.9195. So governor effort equal to C into, since friction comes into picture, you have to convert mass into force. Only then you can add friction. So mass, how do you convert mass into force? Multiply gravity, it becomes weight. So mg, small mg, capital Mg, friction. So this is 5 kg, 25 kg, 10 Newton. So C is 19.5, 0.195. 0.195 into 5 kg. Actually, there should be an intermediate bracket here. Okay, so this is by ball mass, sleeve mass multiplied by gravity plus 10 Newton friction. This is the unit. Okay, so this is Newton. Don't think this is something else, right? So therefore, comes on 57.4 Newton is the governor effort when you have friction, right? So governor effort equal to 57.4. Power of the governor P into X. So I know that the effort of the governor is 57.4 multiplied by lift. Sleeve lift is 0.1. So 5.74 Newton meter. That completes the problem. Let's summarize the results. For the first frictionless case, range of speed is 25 rpm, sleeve lift is 100 mm 0.1 meter, governor effort is 44.7 Newton, power of the governor is 4.47 Newton meter. For the second case with friction of 10 Newton, so the speed range is 31.4 rpm, sleeve lift is 0.1 meter, same sleeve lift, governor effort is 57.4 Newton. The governor has to put more effort when you have friction. Okay, so power of the governor is 5.74 Newton meter. That completes the problem. This is taken from a Kurmi textbook 18.24 example problem, right?